Well, hello, welcome back. So today we are gonna change the bearings in this alternator of my car, Skoda Fabia MK1. And what I've done so far, I removed the positive from the battery, also the belt. It's easy to do because the tensioner is here. Actually, I changed this one about 2 years ago. It is a little bit worn, but it should work for a while. And now we are going to change the bearings in this. It doesn't sound so bad, but when you move it there's a little bit of play, so I'm gonna take it down anyway and change it. And right now I'm also thinking about this one, because actually there is some noise to this also. So to take down the alternator, these are the two screws you need to undo. There's a connector here which I already took down, and there should be another cable, yeah, and it's down there. I don't know if you can see it, but that one we will take down after we pull out the alternator. So I will take down the two screws from here, and I will try to move it with a screwdriver or something like that. So this is what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to put the screwdriver and pry away the alternator from this bracket. Just be careful not to force or break something. Okay, and now it's out, and we see the other cable which is mounted right there. I think I will take it down at this point. So I managed to take down the alternator from the bracket, and now we are left with this positive cable that we need to take down. So we will go on with that. Actually, it should be easy. This is a 10 millimeter, and I think the other is 13. Yeah, I should get a different tool here. Okay. Yeah, that's it. Both should come down easy. Or at least they should come down easy. Yeah, and it's down now, and we can go on and take out the alternator from here. Okay, we done it. Needs to be wiggled around a little bit. So we already see this was opened before, still have the marks, but I do not remember what kind of bearings we had, so this is why I have to open it again before ordering the parts. Okay, so now that we have it down, we need to take it apart. I do not remember exactly how I did last time, but I believe this should come down. We have the regulator here, so let's see. Hello. Well, these seem to be fine. There's a lot of them left, so it's no need changing. This part also looks okay, but I don't know if you can hear it. And this is the sound I don't like, so it's clear that it could work for a lot of time like this, but I like things to be changed, and this is why sometimes I'm putting a little bit more money than I should in this car, because it's old. And yeah, but that's it. So I'm looking for an 8mm, I think. You should come apart easy. You need to be careful not to damage the ears. Okay, so we have this one here. It's 6003. And this one I don't like the way it's sounding. Probably, yeah, now you can hear the other one. Okay, so we need to go to another place and take down this part also. Okay, I will use a press to take down the bearings. Okay, so let's do that. Okay, so we are back. We changed the bearings. I was at another location because I don't have the right tools here. So you saw what types of bearings I used, and a little short video how to change them. Be careful, always use presses to take down and to put back the bearings. Never push on this side, on the outside of the bearing, if the axle is on the middle, and so on. So there are some simple rules. Never hit the bearings and so on, because I mean, if you want to put, let's say, this bearing back to the axle and you will hit the outside of it to get it in, then you change it for nothing. So it will be bad really fast. Okay, so that being said, there is a steel washer below this pulley, and that was really hard to take off. We had to heat it up with induction, or whatever you have is fine, and then take it down manually with a tool. Try to twist it a little bit and then it will come off. If you try to take that washer together with the bearing and everything else, it will be really hard, and you will have your work cut out for you. So it's important to have the right tools for this. If you don't have them, just don't start, because you will probably make it worse. Okay, so we have the bearings, and now we need to put everything back together. Yeah, and also this pulley, well, I wouldn't say it's extremely bad, but what I have found is below these plastic covers, the grease from inside the bearing was like glue. So I don't know, it never happened. I mean, yeah, I changed this 2 years ago, but then it was clearly the bearing worked for a long time, and also you could see some wear on the pulley itself. But now everything looks fine. I filled it up with grease that I had. Now it's working fine, but I can still feel slight it's like you can feel the scratch marks inside the bearing, you know what I mean? So I decided it's not worth it. I mean, yeah, this is the most expensive part. So these two bearings costed me about 30 rounds, which is about 6 euros, and this one was 74 round. I mean, probably 16-17 euros, something like that. So considering that this bearing is probably about, I don't know, 2 euros, 3 maybe. So the plastic itself, and the thing is, you cannot change it because it's this is how it's built. Anyway, I have the new one here, and from what I can see, it's a different bearing. So here we have NSK, which I thought it was a really good company until I found this grease like a glue inside, and now it's something Nachi, I don't know. It says Japan. Well, we will see how long this will last. I didn't even compare them yet. Yeah, seems it's the same. So we will put a new one of this also. The belt itself is fine. It's no reason to change it yet. This will probably work for another 1 or 2 years, so the belt is okay. But until now, every time I changed the belt or took down something, I had to change this pulley also. I don't know, so these don't really have a long life. I don't know why. Okay, so we now have to put back everything together. Yeah, and it's working really fine now. could seem that it's spinning harder, but this is because the bearings are new, but it's working really fine. There is no play, nothing, and no noise whatsoever. So that's it. We can put the other parts back. Yeah, okay, very good. So we can mount it back and then we can test it, see if everything is okay. So we are here on the car, we are mounting the alternator, generator, I don't know how you call it, back, or how do you want to call it, it's the same thing. So as advice, I would say try to put the generator back on the bottom side first and align this hole, because it's easier than just to put it back here than if you try to fix the top first and then the bottom. It's much harder. You don't have the space to push this back on the bracket. Yeah, so this is my advice. You can do it either way. Of course, ideal it would be that you can move these steel inserts a little bit further in the ear of the generator, but these do have some age, and I think they will not move in the aluminum no more. I tried a little bit, but I only risk breaking the ear off, and it's not worth it. So put the bottom side in first. I already connected the electrics, because you can connect them easily when the alternator is here on its side. So they are already connected, and now we will just have to push it here into its place, tighten the screws, and we are done with that. And we also need to mount the pulley there, and that's it. So we mounted the pulley and also the belt. Everything is in place. You should check that the belt is perfectly in its place on each of the pulleys, also on the compressor, on the crankshaft also, and yeah, on the alternator, but this one you can see easily. So now it's time to connect the battery and start the car and check the charging. Okay, so we have started the car. Everything seems fine, everything is running smoothly. The pulley, everything, it's in its place, also the alternator, and we also connected the multimeter to the batteries, and we can see that the charging is right where it should be. So this is ideal for the battery, and everything is working fine. So thank you guys for watching, and before you ask why I do not take my car to professionals, I prefer to do things on my own, and especially things that I can do here. I can say just a simple reason why I don't want to take my car to a workshop just when there is a problem that's beyond my head, or mostly it's beyond me because I don't have the tools needed, let's say, to take down a gearbox, or next thing I have to do is change the timing belt, and I just do not have the necessary tools and the necessary space to do so. So I prefer to take it to a workshop, because it would take me too long to change it, and it's just not worth it. So another, like I told you, a simple thing. Last year I took it, I had some other problems, they had to take the gearbox down, and I also said to them, well, change the oil. And when I came back from the workshop, well, surprise, I had to empty almost a liter, maybe more, but close to a liter anyway, of oil from the engine, because it was overfilled. So a very simple task, and they failed it very, they were very successful at failing at that simple task. So I just hope everything else is fine what they did. So anyway, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time. Okay, bye bye.